Hindi lumusot mga kababayan. Inarang ni Tito Sen. Kaya archive. You see? Issue ng corruption din yon mga kababayan. Maling paggamit ng confidential funds. Same with itong iniimbestiga ng Senate Blue Ribbon Committee. Madaling sabi, iba yung tinitingnan at tinititigan. Hello po mga kababayan, si Dante Maravillas, Bicolano vlogger, broadcast journalist from Albay. I-share ko ito sa inyong commentary mga kababayan kasi parehas ng sinasabi natin in relation doon sa sinasagawa ngayon na investigation sa mga anomalous flood control projects ng Senate Committee, Senate Blue Ribbon Committee na pinamumunuan po ni Marcoleta. Isang commentary written by Morning Coffee Thoughts. Parehas ng sinasabi natin na malamang sarsuela lang. Palabas lang po. At ang masama, baka whitewashing. Kasi sabi nga po natin, maniwala tayo dito sa Senate Committee, Senate Blue Ribbon Committee, na credible yung kanilang investigation. Kung uunahin nila yung flood control project sa Davao City at saka kung uunahin nila yung kanilang mga seatmates sa Senado tulad ni Chis Escudero na Senate President mismo nila, saka si Joel Villanueva, saka si Bongo. Di ba? Na brother po, kontraktor sa Davao. At ngayon, yung Davao, binabaha pa rin despite mga kababayan ng mga Duterte more than 3 decades na naging mayor at naging presidente pa ng ating bansa. Pero kung hindi sila magsasagawa ng inquiry doon sa pagtanggap ng campaign fund ni Chis Escudero na inamin niya mismo, saka ni Joel Villanueva, mananatili sa ating isipan ang duda na baka ito ay sarsuela lang. Moro-moro, drama. Ito, i-share ko po sa inyo. Commentary, Marcoleta's first hearing and his biggest contradiction. Kasi biglang nagpatawag ng Senate hearing si Marcoleta. Forthwith. Pero doon mga kababayan sa issue ng impeachment case ni Sara Duterte, forthwith pero dismiss. Archive. Dismissal sana. Hindi lumusot mga kababayan. Inarang ni Tito Sen. Kaya archive. You see? Issue ng corruption din yon mga kababayan. Maling paggamit ng confidential funds. Same with itong iniimbestiga ng Senate Blue Ribbon Committee. Madaling sabi, iba yung tinitingnan at tinititigan. Di ba po? Ikasabihan ganon? Iba ang tinitingnan sa tinititigan. Yan o, sabi rito. Morning Coffee Thoughts. Commentary. Marcoleta's first hearing and his biggest contradiction. Senator Rodante Marcoleta walked into his first Blue Ribbon hearing on August 19, kahapon po, with the 545 billion pesos flood control corruption scandal waiting for him. This was his first test as chairman, his first performance in front of the public as the man supposedly tasked with guarding accountability. I watched closely, not because I expected anything different, but because I no longer give these officials the benefit of the doubt. I have zero trust in this Marcoleta character. I watch him the same way I watch Bongbong Marcos, Jaime Marcos, the garbage heap called Duterte 7, and a few others who feed off public tolerance. Sabi niya sa kanyang commentary, most Filipinos anya shrug and settle, but I won't. Para niya sa akin, these are low-quality politicians who only act when they are cornered, and even then, only in ways that serve themselves. That is why this evaluation matters. And first test, itong flood control investigation. The scale of this scandal is staggering. 15 favored contractors cornered 100 billion worth of projects out of 545 billion flood control budget. Ang nag-trigger nito, mga kababayan, na investigation ni Marcoleta sa Senado na dapat sana hindi silang gumagawa nito. Tulad ng sinabi ni Sandro Marcos na hindi bagay para sa kanila. Kasi yung ina-accuse yung Congress. Dapat niya sana independent. Pero gusto nilang gawin. O di sige, tingnan natin. Di ba? Ang tawag niyan, mga kababayan, sana nagkaroon na naman sila ng delikadesa. Wala na po Sila na mismo ang nagsasagawa ng investigasyon ngayon. Nagkaroon tuloy ng duda kung ano ang motibo. Ito ba ay, sabi ni Bato de la Rosa, truth seekers daw sila. Hindi witch hunters, kundi truth seekers. So naging na truth seekers na sila ngayon. Pero pinagtakpan si Sara. Yan ang punto rito, mga kababayan. Pag hindi mga kaalyado, truth seekers sila. Pero sa kaalyado tulad ni Sara, archive, dismissal ang motion. O, di ba? Ano tawag mo dyan kung hindi moro-moro, sarsuela? Ganon, mga kababayan, ang pananaw nito nag-publish ng commentary. Sabi niya rito, across years of spending, billions poured out, yet floods never stop swallowing Filipino homes. Ghost projects in Bulacan, procurement anomalies, cartel-like concentration of contracts. The picture is one of systemic chivery. Sabi niya, Marcoleta's chair moved quickly to issue subpoenas against the no-show contractors. He questioned DPWH Secretary Manuel Bunuan and pulled out admissions that ghost projects indeed plague Bulacan. He cited anti-graft laws, presented himself as firm, and tried to frame the hearings as a serious fight against corruption, but stripped away the posturing and the weaknesses show. He relied almost entirely on DPWH self-reporting. He never called in independent auditors or technical experts to verify claims. He offered no investigative innovation, no willingness to step outside the Senate's stale playbook. He avoided the bigger political questions, sticking to contractors and bureaucrats as if the sickness did not run further up. What looked like toughness was only theater. Drama lang. Yan ang tingin din niya, mga kababayan. So, parehas tayo. Parehas kami sa aming pananaw. Kasi sabi nga natin, kung totoo yung ginagawa ninyong investigasyon, walang kinikilingan, walang pinoprotektahan, ang una ninyong ipatawag si Cheese. O, diba? Sunod si Joel Villanueva. Hindi dapat kasama. Sa nagtatanong si Joel Villanueva, dapat siya yung tinatanong. Diba? At saka si Bongo. Si Mark Villar, ganun din. Dapat, si Mark Villar hindi nagtatanong, kundi siya mismo yung tinatanong. Sa kanyang panahon, mga kababayan, nangyari. Yung construction na nagiba, na tulay doon sa North. Yung pinunta ng ating Pangulo. Yan Sabi ni Mark Villar kahapon, we have to push for more accountability sa mga projects. Sabi dito sa report ng Pilipinas Today, si Mark Villar, ang DPWH Secretary, nang itayo ang 1.22 billion Isabela Bridge na gumuho ilang linggo matapos buksan sa publiko noong Pebrero 2025. Pure hypocrisy, mga kababayan. May accountability pa kayong nalalaman. Tingnan muna ninyo yung sarili ninyo. Kung accountable kayo at naniniwala sa accountability. Naniniwala pala kayo sa accountability? Itong si Mark Villar, kasama sa bumoto para i-archive o na-dismissal, sana ni-revise, i-archive yung public accountability ni Sara Duterte sa impeachment trial. Diba? Malinaw na hypocrisy drama. Tapos si Joel Villanueva nagpilato kahapon. O, diba? Kaya sabi ng Morning Coffee Thoughts, what looked like toughness was only theater. Isang palabas lang. Sabi pa niya, the unforgivable context, Sara Duterte's impeachment. Just 13 days earlier, on August 6, Marcoleta stood in the same Senate and buried the impeachment case of Vice President Sara Duterte. He was not just a vote. He was the primary architect of the motion to archive, leading the 19-4-1 result. Correct. So, forthwith sila ngayon mga kababayan dito sa investigasyon sa mga flood control projects para papanagutin daw accountability. Unang-una, hindi kayo credible na magsalita about accountability kasi yung ang accountability na hinahangad ng House sa impeachment trial, dininay ninyo sila at yung ating mga mamamayang Filipino. Pagkatapos ngayon, you speak of accountability. Ano yon? So, lumalabas selective lang yung accountability na gusto ninyong ma-achieve. Tama si Sandro Marcos. Hindi siya pabor na ang mag-imbestiga Congress. Kasi maraming sabit sa Congress. Ang Congress po, composed of the lower house and the upper house. Kasama ang Senado sa Congress. Bicameral kasi tayo. So kung may dapat mag-imbestiga niyan, it should be an independent body. Kailang pumasok na kayo. Ewan ko kung anong motibo ninyo. Double standard, mga kababayan, ang ibig sabihin nito. You see, gusto ninyong i-hold accountable itong mga sinasabing sangkot dito na mga contractors or officials ng ating gobyerno, pati sa DPWH, that's fine. Kung sana uniform yung inyong application ng accountability. Ang problema po, pagkaalyado ninyo tulad ni Sara Duterte, archive, forthwith archive. Yan ang masama rito eh. Sabi dito sa commentary po, the charges against Duterte were serious. 612.5 million in confidential funds between the OBP and DepEd, violations of the anti-graft law, betrayal of public trust, and even allegation of assassination threats against the President, First Lady, and the House Speaker. Marcoleta's response was not to demand answer, but to protect her. He called the impeachment a waste of time. He dismissed it as politicking. He said it would cause division. He argued Congress had no right to probe her confidential funds and insisted that she deserved protection from legislative oversight. He disrupted budget hearings, attacked the Commission on Audit for raising red flags, and tried to kill every effort at scrutiny. For this defense, he was expelled from 5 House panels. Yun ang ginawa ng Kongreso, in-expel po siya. Doon sa, nung congressman pa siya, kitang-kita po ang personal biases. He was punished for being too protective, but it did not change him. He never apologized, never backed off, never admitted the gravity of the corruption. His loyalty to Duterte was absolute. Kaya makaduda po itong Senate Blue Ribbon forthwith investigation. Ang perception ng mga observers, baka selective lang. Yung mga kaalyado, pagtatakpan, yung mga hindi po, hahabulin, witch hunt. O, diba? Yan o, sabi dito, the fatal double standard. This is the contradiction that destroys any credibility Marcoleta might claim. August 6, he shielded Sara Duterte from charges involving 612.5 million pesos, suppressed audits, and threats against constitutional officials. August 19, he declares enough is enough against 545 billion in flood control corruption, and promises to expose mysterious contracts. You cannot defend the theft of confidential funds 1 week and claim to fight contractor corruption the next. You cannot silence investigation into the second highest official in the land and then pretend to safeguard taxpayers from cartels. This is not inconsistency, it is selective justice. Marcoleta protects allies, political allies, while sacrificing those without political shields. Hindi po ako may sabi niyan. Morning Coffee Thoughts ang nagsabi niyan. And anyway, Yung kanyang sinasabi po naman po, factual. Yun man talaga po, double standard, napakalinaw, selective. Sabi nga natin, maniwala tayo siguro pag inunan niya si Chis Escudero, si Joel Villanueva, si Bongo. O di ba? At saka si Mark Villar. O ito yung Davao, binabaha. Ang kontraktor dito, half-brother ni Bongo. Yan si Chis. Ayan, si Bongo. 326 million halaga ng proyekto hinawakan ng half-brother ni Senator Go. Report ng Billionaire News. Yan ito yung post ko kahapon. Kaduda naman ang investigasyon ngayon sa Senado sa flood control projects. Truthful o sarsuela? Yan ang tanong. Maniwala kami kung unahin ninyo yung katabi ninyo. Ano ba? Mga kasama ninyo. Pero pag hindi po, malabo na maniniwala sa investigasyon ninyo ang ating mga mamamayang Filipino. Grandstanding ang ginagawa ng ilang mga senador. Sabi niya rito, the political racket. Marcolita is part of a bloc that has turned selective protection into a strategy. Alongside Aimee Marcos, Bato de la Rosa, Robin Padilla, Bongo, and the Villar dynasty. He forms the shield wall around the Duterte family. Their tactic is simple. Call for unity when corruption touches their circle, but roar against corruption when outsiders can be safely blamed. The result is not reform. It is theater. The Blue Ribbon becomes a stage for power games, not accountability. Investigations rise and fall, not on principle but on political allegiance. The larger pattern. The flood control scandal, sabi niya, fits into the deeper pattern of Philippine governance. Procurement corruption dominated by dynasties, contractors tied to clans, and local government sidelined, while congressmen and senators divide the spoils. Yan mismo, mga kagababayan ang sitwasyon. As revealed by Governor Daniel Fernando. Wala niya kung alam sa mga projects na yan. Sino may alam? Alams na. Hindi kino-coordinate sa kanila. Sabi ni Daniel Fernando. Kasi mga national government projects. So tama ito. Sinasabi dito sa commentary po. Yan sabi dyan. Local governments sidelined while congressmen and senators divide the spoils. Bulacan's ghost projects, admitted by Bonoan himself, show how national budgets bypass real local oversights. Civil society experts are excluded. Independent technical audits ignored. And the same politicians responsible for enabling corruption are given the job of pretending to investigate it. This is why Senate hearings draw more skepticism than hope. And this is why Marcoleta's role is doubly offensive. Not only is he compromised, he is the embodiment of the protection racket. Zero credibility, mga kababayan, ang tingin ng mga observers dito po sa investigasyon ng Senate Blue Ribbon Committee. Ano masasabi po ninyo? May punto po. Factual ang mga sinasabi niya rito. Doon pa lang sa issue ng impeachment. Saan ka nakakita? Chineld mo yung accountability para kay Sara kasi kalyado ninyo. Tapos ngayon, speak about accountability. Ano yon? Di ba klaradong double standard? Sabi niya dito, the final judgment. Marcoleta's defense of Sara Duterte should have disqualified him from even chairing the Blue Ribbon Committee. Tama. Pati nga sa doon sa Commission on Appointments, ang gustong mangyari, ang majority, sila lang. So, iba talaga yung intensyon. Mabutit na kipaglaban, mga kababayan, si Tito Sen. Question talaga po yung membership sa Commission on Appointments. A very powerful committee ng Senado. So, tama itong sinasabi dito ng Morning Coffee Thoughts ng author nito. Dapat, ang Senate Blue Ribbon Committee Chairman po, para maniwala kami, from the minority, pwedeng si Risa Ontiveros or si Tito Sen. Maniwala pa kami. Pero kung si Marcoleta po, wag kami. Kayo-kayo na lang ang magbulahan dyan. Malinaw na lutong Macau. Di ba? Double standard na malinaw, mga kababayan. It exposed niya his willingness to obstruct, protect, and bend rules when political loyalty demanded it. His flood control investigation, no matter how loud his words, is already poisoned by that betrayal. His credibility as Blue Ribbon Chair is dead on arrival. Kaya nga po, ang sana, pag natuloy po yung natuloy yung chatsa, may sinusulong na chatsa at hindi daw haharangin ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos, dapat isama po ang pag-abolish ng Senado. Infected na po ng mga masasamang loob ang Senado. Nasira ng tuluyan. Yung institusyon, the last bastion of democracy, nasira na. Sirang-sira na po. Kaya nakita ninyo, yung approval ratings po, trust ratings, sumadsad yung Senado. First time in history ng Senado, tinalo ng Congress. Mas marami ang nanonood sa mga congressional investigation kaysa sa Senado. Mas interesado, mas credible kasi mag-imbestiga yung ating mga congressmen, yung Quadcom, lalo na, at yung good government, kaysa yung mga investigation sa Senado. Ang pinaniniwalaan na lang po na investigation sa Senado, yung pinamumunuan ni Risa Ontiveros. The rest, wala na po. Walang magka-interest po. May duda palagi. Yan His credibility niya as Blue Ribbon Chair is dead on arrival. The Senate cannot claim seriousness while keeping compromised figures in charge of accountability. So ito yung call to action. Sabi niya, Marcoleta must be stripped of the chairmanship. The flood control investigation deserves leadership that is independent, not tied to Duterte protection rackets. Civil society and independent experts must be brought in. For citizens, there is no room for satisfaction with this theater. Watch him like you would watch a thief. Call out the double standard. Demand more than empty hearings. Because Marcoleta is not exposing corruption. He is protecting it. Yan po ang sabi dito, published 3 hours ago, Morning Coffee Thoughts. Ito ang commentary, mga kababayan, na bullseye na bullseye. Parang bullseye news on the go. Di ba? Bullseye talaga po. O, kunin natin yung mga reactions ng mga netizens. Agree. Marcoleta reminds me of an older version of Cayetano. Yes, they're lawyers, but they dwell more on side issues in comments. Quick to lecture and dish out legal gaboldegooks. Mga intrigero pa. Mga intrigero ba? Pang showbiz? Sabi ni Justin Lopez. Bullseye. The same senator who leads investigate anomalous flood control projects is the same who primarily filed the motion to archive the impeachment complaint. Tunay na double standards. Sabi ni Debbie Perez Gaite, I was also surprised by his appointment as Blue Ribbon Chair, especially after he led the Duterte bloc in the impeachment hearings. May horse trading kaya na nangyari? Sabi ni Emmanuel Toledo, thank you for writing this piece. It is revolting to have Marcoleta chair the Blue Ribbon Committee. In what you wrote made it very, very obvious. The Blue Ribbon Committee beheaded by someone with a good track record, one who has shown in his past political career that he can and have exposed big-time anomalies in the government. Sabi ni Net Arcia, I watched the HOR hearings when he was still a congressman. I agree with you. He has zero credibility to chair the Blue Ribbon Committee now. Sabi ni Romulo Velasquez, I simply love the tenor of this commentary. That Senator Marcoleta is simply an embodiment of the protection racket, in that his credibility as chair of the Blue Ribbon Committee is dead on arrival at the investigation activity creates a feeling of wonder whether the investigation is useful or not. Indeed, how could chiefs expose their own wrongdoings Now I am convinced that the better option is to create an independent fact-finding investigation commission to undertake such a task instead of the Blue Ribbon Committee. Congratulations, Sir Gino. Sabi ni Robert Domogen, the investigation of the flood control project should not be left to the Senate alone. They are the culprits along with the rest. All LGUs should investigate, expand the COA fraud audit. The Office of the Ombudsman should investigate and file cases against the involved politicians with the Sandigan Bayan. Sabi ni Bonilo Arensol, I totally agree that Marcoleta is protecting the corrupt. Feeling ko selective lang na mga contractors ang magigisa at current DPWH officials. Hopefully, may makasuhan at ma-refund ng government yung ginastos. Otherwise, the Senate hearing is just for show. Sabi ni Lynn Mina, the problem is politicking. Members of the majority are given the choice. Committees, regardless of their character and track record. It is offensive to witness committee hearings done by chairmen when their credibility is questionable. Sabi ni Nilia, no credibility because the very persons questioning DPWH are charged with the same crime, double standard, protecting some politician charged with the same corrupt practices. Sabi ni Maria Santita, that hearing is another circus to watch as to who the clowns are and who are enjoying the show is up to the people now. So disappointing. Sabi ni James Manimtim Isguera, I can only sigh in disbelief, in shiver in utter disgust of these evil people. God preserve the Philippines. Duda ang ating mga mamamayang Filipino. Parehas na ang ating sinabi kahapon na parang sarsuela lang. Moro-moro. Palabas. Ano tingin ninyo po, mga kababayan? Post your comments. Sa mga naghanap ng malinis and spacious fitness gym, pumunta lang po kayo sa aming Colossal Fitness Gym. We also offer Grab Car Rental with our brand new 2023 model ng Toyota Innova. We also accept booking for those who are planning to travel via PAL, Cebu Pacific, and other airline companies, local and international, and bills payment for Meralco Bills, PLDT, Aleco Bills, etc. Ang Colossal Fitness Gym is located at 3rd floor Security Bank Building, Landco Business Park, Legazpi City, Albay. For inquiries, look for Chilon Maravillas. Contact number 0966-802-0949. Yan yung aming Innova. Lagi na pong matao sa amin. Pati mga foreigners po, tingnan ninyo. Mga British tourists sila. Ang lalaki ng katawan na, mga kababayan, nag-gym sa amin. Ito naman po, Indian National. Ito mga mga European sila. Ito naman yung bago naming product na binibenta online, Eye Glow Serum. Whitening po siya galing sa South Korea. Tingnan ninyo yung epekto sa aking anak na architect entrepreneur, Riz Maravillas. For inquiries, look for Riz Maravillas on FB. Ito naman po, Firmax Firming and Lifting Cream. Pinapahid po ito sa mga pulses and affected area. Mainam po ito sa mga pains at paninigas ng mga kaso-kasuan. Ito po, Automax Radiant Serum. Sa mukha naman yung application. Anti-aging po siya. You will look 10 years younger than your age. Ito naman po yung bagong product naming binibenta online. I Am Worldwide Amazing Pure Organic Barley Powdered Drink Mix from Australia. Endorsed by cancer survivor Maritoni Fernandez. Sabi ng aking anak, I am amazing pure organic barley is my daily potion talaga to kickstart my day. Kasama lagi sa aking high protein breakfast. Lalo na I keep myself in check to be healthy all the time. Tara, samahan po ako na mag-gym tayo later. Pati po si Papa P. Pwede kayo na mag-business nito. Kung interesado po kayo, mag-message na lang kayo sa aking anak na architect entrepreneur Riz Maravillas. Sa mga mahilig po sa mga imported bags and wallets, dumiretso na lang po kayo kay Ma'am Eileen Rosales, Eileen Closets. Naka-base po siya sa Amerika.